I know it sounds weird, but it's the idea that like I had a dream and when you see me on stage, that's the reality. So it's like, Jaya had a dream and now she's actually doing it.
Now
and
you're living your dream.
Yeah, and it's like a motivation. It's definitely an ode to Martin Luther King as well, and just
of course.
the movement. My music pet peeve is when people perform with their full backing track. I cannot stand it,
horrible.
Especially as a rapper. I don't mind so much with singing or different music. I can't really say too much, but as a rapper, you can't be doing, especially for every song as well. Like, fair enough if you got a new song that you are trying to learn still and you want to share with the crowd, or maybe they can't hear the vocals, but like rap your bars on stage. I hate that so much.
I totally agree.
When I left my teaching job, the head of the sixth form actually said to me, see you at Glastonbury in the future, as a sort of like, she was just trying to big me up.
Be supportive.
And then and she didn't know I'd applied for that. I didn't even apply for that at that point. It was in January after I applied, and so to be able to do it the next year and to represent like my cities and just be able to represent women in rap as well, like it's just sick. It's fair sick. Cool, no, but I would say like what I'm doing is different, and I think I really truly believe I can break into like the mainstream a bit and stuff 100%. With what I'm doing. So I think that's when I was saying it's partly manifestation as well.
So that was Rico with Setting featuring Nia Archives, absolute banger. And we're just setting the scene right now. That's what we're doing. We're setting the scene. Beautiful sunny day in Nettle Market. I can't believe the weather we've been blessed with right now. And in talking of blessings, we have JayaHadADream in the building. What are you saying?
Oh, yo, thanks for having me. Big up Nettle Radio. I really appreciate it. Sun's shining. I'm feeling good.
Yeah, I appreciate you being here, man. Came all the way from Cambridge.
Yeah. Been travelling all across the UK the last couple of weeks, but I needed to be here because you guys have been a big support, so I appreciate it.
Nah, always, man, always. I kind of want to take it back a little bit, actually, because I think the first time, well, not the first time I came across you, but I think the first time I really you brought to my attention was the video of you talking about how you like quit your job being a teacher, which I think is a lot of people's introduction to in a way.
Yeah, no, it definitely was. So I quit my job I quit in November, but I left in December 2023, and stuff's just been kicking off since then. And I think that video really got out there on socials, and a lot of people know me because of that. So
it's wild because you probably didn't even realize you were doing it. You were just saying like a video, like you weren't really doing it to like be popping or anything like that.
No, I can't lie. I literally posted that just to tell my followers because I've kept it quiet for 2 years that I'd been a teacher. So I was like, I want to tell them why, like, so important that they support and that. I was blown away with the love I got. Support from like big names like Jammer and people like that were showing me love just on that video.
Amazing.
And it's been really cool.
What was it like making that leap though, like quitting your job? Because I can imagine obviously you're in that job, it's quite secure, you're like, this is good, like secure payment, but now like you're being an artist, it's a lot more insecure, isn't it? Yeah,
so teaching is like one of those careers where if you have qualifications or experience in teaching, you can do it for the rest of your life. But and everyone was like, oh, you've got this for the rest of your life now, it's great. And in my head I was just thinking, I just want to do music. But I felt like I have a lot of eggs in different baskets. I did think about it a good year before doing it, but it was a risk for sure. But then January and February and March and all these last couple months have really just shown me that it was the right decision. So
do you have any advice for anyone that wants to do the same thing?
I think just make sure that you've prepped it, and if you're an artist, make sure you're doing like regular shows before you make that leap, because those shows will fund your like rent and everything.
Yeah, that's sick, man. I'm glad that it's going so well for you at the moment. Do you know what I mean? Thank you. Yeah, no, it's surreal, really. Can I ask you, where's the name come from? JayaHadADream. What dream did you have? So the idea is that basically, like I'm a sociologist at heart. Like I love, I'm always socially conscious in my music and what I do. And I always had a Martin Luther King poster in my hallway of my house for like my whole life. And so it's kind of an ode to that. It's also about like manifestation. I know it sounds weird, but it's the idea that like I had a dream and when you see me on stage, that's the reality. So it's like Jaya had a dream and now she's actually doing it. Now you're living your dream. Yeah, and it's like a motivation. It's definitely an ode to Martin Luther King as well, and just the movement. Amazing. That's incredible. Have you ever had any weird dreams or dreams that you try to forget? I always have like dreams. I think because I'm on public transport so much, I have so many dreams of like extreme stuff happening on public transport. Like I do watch a lot of crime documentaries as well, so them combined, I have like really weird dystopian dreams where something crazy happens on a train and we've all got to survive, that kind of thing. That happens quite a lot though. I think when I've worked a job like that, I worked in like loads of bars and restaurants, and I'll go home and for some reason I'll just dream about being in there, like being at work. I've had dreams as well when I was a teacher, like being like, I don't know, going to work and then
someone mentioning my rap in like an awkward way and me not knowing what to say and that kind of thing, because it was quite bait working in the school, like teaching and doing the rapping. It was weird.
Do you ever like look up the meaning of your dreams, or do you ever like
sometimes,
or anything
but
like
a lot of my dreams they say is because I'm anxious. Like so it's not a lot of them say that I'm anxious or I'm worried about something going on, but I don't feel that anxious, so I don't know what my dreams are trying to tell me.
Who knows, it might be like subconsciously, you know,
some anxiety is good. It's good to be worried because you
that's
push.
What you care about,
that's what you care, literally.
I totally agree. Talking of rap beef, actually, what have you been thinking about the new rap beef going on, Kendrick and Drake?
I think if you listen to my music, you'll definitely know what side I'm more leaning towards. I really respect Drake for standing up for himself, and it must be hard being like the biggest rapper in the world and like all that pressure. But I'm definitely a Kendrick fan. I've seen Kendrick live like 4 times, and the stuff he's saying. Firstly, the lyrics, the sound of it, I prefer, and I feel like he's more like direct with his disses, and I think they hold a bit more weight.
Yeah, they do.
A lot of what Drake was saying was just off the back of Kendrick, and it definitely felt like he put up the white flag at the end. It was poor form from Drake, I think, at the end. And also like as a real rap fan, like I'm a bit booky about the whole ghostwriting thing. Like
of course.
That puts me off. Like no rapper should be using a ghostwriter. You can co-write hooks and all of that kind of thing, but a ghostwriter, that's crazy. So
it's a no for sure. So do you think, like, obviously over in the UK we've had like loads of rap beefs, you know, like Wiley and Stormzy. Do you think that UK do it better? Do you reckon we do rap beefs a bit better, or do you think
it's a whole different culture, innit? I think the cool thing about UK and the grime scene is that it's really influenced by like dancehall and like the grittiness and the passion on stage and that. And I like how they bring it into, when I say in real life, I don't mean through violence, but like through like events and stuff. You see a lot of like
clashes.
Clashes and that. Whereas in America it seems a lot more like money driven. Whereas in the UK it seems a bit more culture driven, and that's what I kind of like. Have
you ever tried to send for someone in one of your raps?
To be honest, now I feel I can't lie, everyone rates me. I know people on both sides of the grime beef. Like, it's really interesting. Like Wiley supports me massively, but Stormzy reposted me. I know they're not beefing anymore, but like I feel like as a female rapper as well, sometimes you get left out of those things and stuff. So I feel like I'd have to send for someone for them to send to me. But I would say a lot of my lyrics are like sneak disses and stuff as well.
For real?
Yeah. But more to people, not even rappers.
Okay.
People are jarring.
Hey, that's a good one. Let's get into one of your records though. I've got a few of your records here, but I thought we'd start off with Stubborn. This is a banger, to be fair.
Big up.
Stay tuned.
Nurture, big city worker, clear no murmur. I got my plant-based burger. They start beef, but always take it further. Fletcher flex, I write like murder. Street disturb ya. Bars poke like hernia. Used to take notes like learner. YouTube to MP3 converter. It was Gets, Gigs, Tina Turner.
So that was Stubborn by JayaHadADream, who joins us in the studio right now. How are you feeling?
Yeah, good. It's nice. It's nice to be here. Nice to be
warm.
Out. Yeah.
Talking of festival season, obviously the sun's out. You've got a lot of festivals lined up. Glastonbury, I hear.
Yeah, so Glastonbury is probably the biggest one that I'm doing, but I'm also doing Tramlines in Sheffield. I'm also doing Great Escape 17th of May, so that's on a Friday. And then I'm also doing some smaller ones like Disconnect, Strawberry Fair, Ipswich Festival.
Ipswich Festival?
Yeah.
That's a random one, never heard of that one.
Yeah, no, apparently it's the biggest day festival in the UK, apparently. So I'm quite excited to do it. And I actually grew up in Ipswich for a bit, so I thought I'd do it just to like show love.
Of course. Glastonbury's a crazy one though. How did that come about?
So I applied for the ETC 2023 competition with PRS in Glastonbury, and 8,000 artists applied. I got longlisted, then shortlisted, and then I went to Glastonbury to the actual site and performed in the Pilton Workman's Club, and I won out of the 8 top artists, and now I'm doing Woodsy's stage on the Sunday, but I'm also doing some other stages throughout the week.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, because it's like 100 stages at Glastonbury, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've never actually been. It's been a dream to go.
Yeah, literally, it's been on my bucket list, so it's an incredible moment to like just tick that off. I wanted to go as a fan, but now I'm going to perform, so it's crazy.
It's gonna be even better.
Yeah, literally.
Get to go for free now.
Literally, and I get the artist VIP toilets and that, which is a bit better than the shared toilets.
Toilets
and that.
are horrible at festivals.
Yeah, trust.
Did you ever think like, once you quit your job as a teacher that you'd be performing at Glastonbury like so quickly? Like,
no, I can't lie. It's really cool though, because when I left my teaching job, the head of the sixth form actually said to me, see you at Glastonbury in the future, as a sort of like, she was just trying to big me up. Yeah. And then and she didn't know I'd applied for that. I didn't even apply for that at that point. It was in January after I applied. And so to be able to do it the next year and to represent like my cities and just be able to represent women in rap as well, like it's just sick. It's sick.
Cool, man. You're gonna smash it as well. I wish I could be there to see you.
No, thank you. If I could have got a ticket, I would have. The tickets are really difficult to get, but
madness.
It's really cool though, because I'm doing it with my live band, and that brings a whole other edge. Like a lot of people don't know that I perform a lot with a live band, and I'm quite like comfortable with that. I've been doing that since like 2019. So that's a whole new edge to my music. So I'm really excited, and I think it is going to be broadcasted on BBC as well. So
wow, yeah. Well, I'll definitely tune into that.
Yeah, please do.
Talking about BBC and. Summer festivals. Obviously, got the Euros coming up. I heard you sent for Harry Maguire on a song. What's going on there? No,
basically, so I'm into football a bit, but and I support Arsenal. But my boyfriend is really into football, and when we watch it together, like Harry Maguire just gives me bad vibes. He's just like an entitled person. So I just really wanted to do it, and I have a lot of football fans in who listen to my music. So I thought, let's bridge the gap.
It was a good bar. I appreciate it. I mean, I'm a QPR fan, so you can imagine how sad I feel most days in my life, because it was absolutely terrible. So I was going to actually ask you, like, do you watch football? So obviously you're a Gooner then. So I don't. I'll be honest, I don't watch every day. To be honest, it's because I'm trying to push my music, and a lot of time when games are on, I'm at a show or I'm on a train. But I support Arsenal since a kid. I know it's very typical, but like very much when Thierry Henry was like top baller, and like I used to play football. I used to play midfield and stuff. So that's how I got into it. Have you ever had any footballers reach out to you about your music at all?
Not yet, but I'm hoping to. Actually, I did have someone call like one of my posts. I have to message you when I remember. I did have a cool footballer like one of my freestyles. So that was cool.
That's banging. Let's get into another single of yours that you released recently, Twiggy.
Oh yes, come on.
Enjoying this one. Stay tuned, guys.
Tomboy look like Twiggy, late night listening, old school Biggie. Biggest in my city, crowded place yet they sit with me. I don't sell no kitty, haters talk I pity. Why say fuck me for like Biddy? You can fight your own war, I'm busy. Tomboy look like Twiggy, late night listening, old school Biggie. Biggest in my city, crowded place yet they sit with me. I don't sell no kitty, haters talk I pity. Why say fuck me for like Biddy? You can fight your own war, I'm busy. I choose my fam, we're related. 6 safe points like the Star of David. I'ma always be underrated. No friends out here, we're just acquainted. Swerve in the streets post late shift. The lab packs their dominant fragrance. I'm vegan, never like bacon. ACAB, no comment at the station. So
that was Twiggy by JayaHadADream, who's in the studio with us right now. In that song you said biggest in my city, which is obviously Cambridge. That actually might be true.
I think so. I'm backing it. I can't lie, no one said anything yet. I think it's true. Yeah.
What was it like growing up in Cambridge, especially like trying to make music? Because obviously there's not a lot of, well, I don't know, you might have to educate me, but there's not a lot of art that comes out of Cambridge.
No, it's very true. Like they focus a lot on the academia, and like outside of Cambridge, you only really hear about Cambridge University, but there's some really like sick rappers there. Big up Tyler the Artist and Big Smash and Lamb Chop. Like there's some people I really mess with. They're really sick. And Cambridge is cool. A lot of people don't know that Dirty Dyke's from Cambridge, from High Focus Records. I think some people distance themselves from Cambridge when they get big, and they like to they don't mind being ambiguous, like where they're from, like it being ambiguous. But for me, I like to represent Cambridge. I always say Cambridge, I was born in Cambridge, and like Nottingham raised me and helped my music. Cambridge is where it's at. And
so are you saying you're bigger than Dirty Dyke then, basically?
I don't know if I'm bigger, but I think Dirty Dyke, big up you, man.
Wear it on your chest, man.
No, but I would say like what I'm doing is different, and I think I really truly believe I can break into like the mainstream a bit and stuff 100%. With what I'm doing. So I think that's when I was saying it's partly manifestation as well.
Of course. Of course. I'm only putting your
I know.
So is it difficult trying to get into the music scene being from Cambridge?
I would say massively. It's really good now, and there's a big up the hip hop show for really trying to push Cambridge artists. But before that, like I feel like I had to go to uni in Nottingham in 2018, 2017, and really push my music, and then come back to be respected. I even remember trying to like link up with certain radios and studios in Cambridge, and they didn't really like have the platform for the hip hop artists. But now people are definitely there's definitely a scene and it's building, so we just got to keep it going. But apparently back in the day there used to be a scene, shout out Raw Organics, I think my dad was a part of that. There used to be a hip hop scene, but I think it died out and now it's coming back.
You're reliving it, you're doing what your dad did.
I can't lie, like
your dad walked so you could run, basically.
No, for real though, big up my dad.
That's banging, man. So obviously you were talking about Stormzy and Wiley both supporting your music.
Yeah.
Have you talked to them about actually making any music with them?
Yeah, so Wiley has an a cappella of mine that he's playing around with, but I definitely will get definitely try and get Wiley on a track, because he has been supportive before all the hype.
Really,
like I remember when, like literally like for 2 years he's been like following me and supporting me and stuff. So yeah, I definitely will hit him up. But I'm one of those people where I do have links to quite cool people and big names, but I'm trying to wait for the right track. I'm not someone who forces it, so it definitely will happen, but when the time's right.
You don't want it to like come off like manufactured at all and like a bit like fake, like don't want it to seem like an industry kind of thing.
No, definitely I want it to be natural. Be
kind of gross. Have you got any other artists that have hit you up that want to work with you?
I hate mentioning too many, but I will. But like Chip showed me love for my BBC One Extra freestyle and Novelist, and I'm also in connection with Capo Lee and that, and they're all just showing me a lot of love. Rico, and big up the London scene, because there's some really sick artists who I've always looked up to show love, and sick.
Have you thought about moving to London?
Yeah, I can't lie, especially after these couple weeks. I'm here all the time. I'm here like 4 or 5 times next week, so I might have to move. Someone let me stay at yours.
Let's get into another record, man. I really love Feeling Like as well. It's a banger, man. Let's get into it.
Smoking ganja in the manor, like nothing matters. Put up planner, it's just standards. Yeah, I'm flyers. Yeah, I'm loose. Of all the madness. No more spice in the mix, can't dilute it. I've been alright in the bits, not so useless, cause I've been timing my shit to be fruitful. Yeah, I've heard the new sound and it's fruitless. Get aggy in the chat and I'll mute it. They were poor with their choice, they got loose lips. Pants baggy in my back, but it's a cute fit. Call this pack Silverstone, got me clueless.
So that was Feeling Like by JayaHadADream, who joins us in the building right now. How you feeling?
Yeah, good, man. Thanks for having me. It's nice to chat and just talk about everything.
It's been great, man. I've got a few quick fire questions.
Yeah.
Just like ones I kind of ask every guest. They're just a bit weird. Not weird, but just pretty general questions. What's one fashion choice that you look back on and regret? Because you seem like quite a
I know one
person.
for sure.
Yeah,
when I was younger, I used to wear my hair up literally scraped back. I used to when you have curly hair, you don't really need to brush it. I used to scrape my hair back and brush it and put it back, and I regret that so bad, because my curls are actually really nice, I wish I showed that more. It's embarrassing, like all these pictures when I'm a bit younger, and even in my teen years, like with my hair tied back, I'm like, why didn't you express yourself? So that's a big one for me. I would say. Do you think
you were like kind of following the crowd a little bit there?
I grew up. I would say, like, not even to get deep, but like the representation of blackness in my area wasn't that great. So having curly hair was like a big deal. So I used to hide it a lot, and I regret that so much. Yeah, I really wish I showed my hair off more.
Yeah, well now you can do it now.
Yeah, no, definitely.
On the map, innit? Do you have any pet peeves, or do you have any music pet peeves? Like anything in music? Yeah.
I actually did this earlier though, but it was accidental. But my music pet peeve is when people perform with their full backing track. I cannot stand it, horrible. Especially as a rapper. I don't mind so much with singing or different music. I can't really say too much, but as a rapper, you can't be doing. Especially for every song as well. Like, fair enough if you got a new song that you are trying to learn still and you want to share with the crowd, or maybe they can't hear the vocals, but like rap your bars on stage. I hate that so much.
I totally agree. Have you ever seen? Do you watch Versus ever? Like,
yes,
Did you ever watch? Was it The Lox versus Dipset?
Yeah, that's who was it? Jadakiss was complaining massively about.
When he just was rapping on beats and no backing track. And obviously they looked so much better than Diplomats just trying to rap over their own lyrics. It comes off terrible, doesn't it?
Yeah, and I will say it's a bit of a shame, because it does feel like bigger artists do it more than smaller artists. And it seems a bit like lazy. It's like, come on.
Yeah, especially nowadays as well. I think a lot of rappers seem to forget that about the bars and more about the performance. Like they like trying to jump up and down without actually like performing the whole time.
Yeah, I feel like it depends what song, whether that works, and sometimes they miss the mark.
Because of your name, did you ever have a dream? At a time where you wish you never woke up from, like a dream that you had was like so beautiful, and you woke up from it's like, oh, that's annoying.
I would say, a lot of them are to do with like, I'm so career driven that a lot of it is to do with music. So I've had a sick dream where I was doing sound check, and it was like for an event. I don't even know what it was for, because it was just a dream, but Skepta was there and he was bigging me up, and that was like a really cool dream. And when I woke up, I was like trying to work out the context of the dream and whether it's like a hint for something in the future. That was cool.
That's banging, man. Obviously, you've been an artist for a while, you've been performing for a while. Do you have a moment in your career that you look back on and you kind of like cringe at a little bit?
Yeah, like times when I've like, I don't know, I've been nervous on stage and spoke too much to the crowd, tried to over-explain what a song's about. Because I know when I watch that, I'm like, nah, that's a bit cringy. Like, just let the music speak for itself. And yeah, one time I was really ill on stage because I always just do the shows. I don't want to miss it because I have FOMO and stuff. So I went to a show and I was really ill and I like coughed and snot actually came out when I was on stage, but no one noticed because it's bad. It was bad. And I always tell I always tell people that like when they're nervous about going on stage, I'm like, you will never do that. So don't worry. Yeah.
That is funny.
I just turned around and just like sorted it out. I didn't have a tissue, so don't ask how I sorted it out because
That's funny though, but those are one of those memories. Like in the moment, you're literally like, "What the fuck?" But then when you look back on it, you're like, "That was kind of funny."
Definitely, like, character building and resilience. Yeah,
that's what you need though in this industry though.
No, for sure. I'm just glad I've not like fell over on stage. I've almost fell over, but I've not like properly floored.
Touch wood though. Bloody hell. Don't jinx it now. Do you know what I mean? Let's get to one more record and then maybe we'll get to a freestyle after that.
Yeah, let's go.
Come. All right, this one's Force. This one's a really beautiful track to be fair. I really like it. Who's speaking at the beginning?
That's my mum. Just we were in the garden during lockdown one time and we were having this deep conversation. I just clicked on my voice note, like, let me quickly get this, because she was saying about how when I was younger, the nurses used to say I was really vocal, and it's kind of like a hint towards my future of like being a rapper and using my voice and that. So,
amazing, man, amazing. All right, let's get into it.
In all her time being a midwife, she's never met a child that had such developed vocal cords, because you used to literally lay there. You never cried. You just didn't cry. You used to just lay there and go, literally.
How old?
I'm talking about a newborn child from when you were born. Literally from when you were born. Ask Nana. Honestly, it's God's honest truth.
Forced to be reckoned with now. A force to be reckoned with now. Sun like a golden child. A force to be reckoned with now. A force to be reckoned with now.